The Atlanta Hawks have silently become one of the NBA's most improved teams, and not a lot of people actually understand just how good the Atlanta Hawks have gotten within a year. Last year, the Hawks finished 14th in the East with a 20-win and 47-loss record, and this year the Hawks are currently sitting at the 4th spot with a 40-win and 31-loss record. Yeah, as you guys can clearly see, the Hawks have made a massive jump, but just how did the Hawks do it, and can they make some noise in this year's playoffs? Let's find out. But before we get onto the video, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you guys get my videos right away. We have been going absolutely crazy on this channel, so thank you guys for all the support. My Twitter will be in the description, so please go make sure to follow that. And with all that being said, let's get right into the video. The Hawks have obviously made a big jump this season, and the scary part is this is just a little bit of their potential. The Hawks have dealt with many injuries this season, a lot of players being out, but they have still managed to get it together heading into this year's playoffs. Atlanta's obviously led by Trae Young, who I do have to admit, and a lot of people would admit, did have a slow start to the season. He didn't even make the All-Star team, his shots weren't falling, his 3-point percentage did take a massive dip, but Trae Young heading towards the end of the season has turned it around, and honestly has been playing like an All-Star, averaging 25 points, 9.4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Yeah, you can't tell me those aren't all-star worthy numbers now. Trae this season has shot 34% from 3, but again, his 3-point percentage took a massive dip as last year he saw 36% from 3. But again, Trae Young's second half of the season has been putting up massive numbers, helping the Atlanta Hawks get over the hump and win a lot of these games in the Eastern Conference. Next, we have Bogdanovich, who has been quite a surprise and has proved a lot of people wrong. Bogdan is averaging 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists while shooting 43.8% from 3. In my opinion, Bogdan is the second option on this team and has really found his role and hopefully will continue to play this way in the playoffs. Bogdan's shooting this year has been unbelievable. Obviously, he's been known as a shooter his whole career, and he provides some massive numbers. Whenever the Hawks need scoring, they usually can get it out of Bogdan, as he averaging around 16 points like I said again, so it's nothing crazy to see him drop around 20 points on any given night. The Hawks also have DeAndre Hunter, who this season has established himself as a third star on this team, averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. DeAndre is still working his way back into the rotation, so his last couple of games haven't been that good. Obviously, Hawks have John Collins. I love how John Collins plays. He's averaging 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. John Collins, in my opinion, should be a top candidate to win Most Improved Player of the Year, as this year he's made a massive jump, and not a lot of people know about it. John Collins is the second star on this team and the second option, so he's gonna have to play a big role heading into this year's playoffs, and I fully expect him to do so. Clint Capella has been a major help to this team offensively and defensively, and has probably been a top 5 defensive center this season and can be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Clint this season has been averaging 15 points and 14 rebounds, and I really do see this Trae Young Clint Capella duo meshing together and fitting really well. The chemistry is getting there, and I do see more lob plays out of them in the pick and roll, and overall watching their games, the pick and roll has gotten way more efficient. They know each other's moves, they know what they're going to do next, so this is going to be a major thing to watch heading into the playoffs, as they're probably going to play the Miami Heat, so they're going to need Clint Capella to step up against Bam Adebayo and defend the paint. In general, the lineup of Trae Young, Bogdanovich, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Clint Capella are all starting to mesh together very nicely. The starting lineup has a perfect amount of scoring and defense, and it's probably one of the most exciting lineups to watch, as they just chuck up threes, they have that defense, their chemistry is getting there, and the injuries have been limited now as a lot of people are getting back. I know in the beginning of the season, injuries was a big part of this Hawks team, which made it so bad, and they were losing a lot of games. And this Hawks team actually has a surprisingly deep bench, as their bench consists of Lou Williams, Danilo Gallinari, Kevin Huerter, a lot of different pieces like this, Onyeka Okongwu, Solomon Hill, Brandon Goodwin, Tony Snell. The bench does have a decent amount of scoring, with obviously Lou Williams providing you 10 points a game, Herder again providing about 10 points a game as well, Gallinari averaging 13.3 points per game, providing that scoring off the bench, and that's really what this team needs. Obviously, Trae Young can't do it all. He can't put up 40 every single night, even though we all want him to. But again, this is a team effort. The bench is very deep, and that's going to be a vital point heading into the playoffs. Now comes the real question: how far can the Hawks make it into the playoffs? The Hawks are currently set to play the Heat, which is going to be tough. Obviously, my recent video was about the Miami Heat. Please go check that out, link will be in the description, but it's going to be a tough matchup. The Heat are just too stacked, and there's no way I see the Hawks beating out the Heat unless they pull up an insane upset and the Miami Heat just fold, but I don't see Jimmy Butler folding like that. I can see the Hawks, however, pulling away potentially 1 or 2 games, 3 at max, but even if the Hawks go out in the first round, this season is still a W in my books. The head coach Nate McMillan in his first year has absolutely turned this organization to a winning one, and he's basically transformed this organization. As it's his first year as a head coach, he's really made his personnel fit well, mesh together, and this is a great year to build on. Obviously, as more and more players get healthy this offseason, the chemistry will get there, and I do see the Atlanta Hawks being a top 5 seed again in the East next year. In my opinion, Nate McMillan should stay as the head coach and should even be in the Coach of the Year award talk, as he does have potential to win it. In conclusion, the Atlanta Hawks have proved a lot of people wrong this year, and the future is bright for this team. I still don't think people should sleep on them in the playoffs, as I think they're going to win 2 or 3 games in the first round against the Miami Heat, and a lot of people are going to be shocked by the fight they put up. Props to Nate McMillan again for turning this organization around and turning them into winners, and heading into next season, I'm going to be watching a lot more games, as this team is going to be something dangerous. But with all that being said, get in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that the Atlanta Hawks can pull up an upset in the first round and potentially beat out the Miami Heat if they play the Heat? But it's looking like they're going to play the Heat right now. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you guys get my videos right away. When the play-in tournament starts and the playoff starts, I will be making post-game analysis, so please make sure to watch out for that, as those are going to be some great videos. And with all that being said, comment down below any future video ideas, comment down below anything you think about this video, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And with all that being said, thanks for watching, I'm out, peace.